Hi, my name's Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you more about money manifestations. I think this is really important because I'm studying this in depth. There's only a certain percentage of people who actually made it to a certain trajectory and manifesting money to where they become in the top 1% like that, just by manifesting. So nothing is just by manifesting, but only a very specific category of people achieve just purely by manifesting everything down to a T. Some people might disagree, but I'm talking about active manifestation. So for people who like to make manifestation their lifestyle. So of course other people manifest and they do what they do, but for some people they're just born into what they do. So I hope you guys like the new light, by the way. So it truly depends because everyone's completely different. I'm listening to what my angels have to say because they make sure I teach everything 100% correctly. So when they say extra, I usually take a second to listen to them. But they're warning me about someone in the area. Okay, back to my manifestation talk. So basically, I'm in Florida, so I don't trust people around here. Make sure I'm extra protected, okay? So, and yes, I keep a keen ear and keen eye and a keen ear. So when it comes to money manifestation, you have to keep in mind only certain people, no one 100% is perfect at manifestation. To say someone's perfect at manifestation, they better have achieved a certain place in life. So it depends, because I do have to say this depends, so it depends on your goal. If you're happy with a very specific goal and you reach the goal, then it doesn't count as much. But for people who want to reach as high as they can, this is for people who want to say that they're like lottery winners and whatnot. So this is going to apply to people like that, because how can I teach about certain things about winning certain things? It's because I've gotten lucky here and there, let's just say that. So especially at like just local corner stores and whatnot. But now that I'm still studying spiritual laws to how to replicate it, because usually when you have a big win like that, then you have a while of just these nonsensical losses that just don't make sense, and then you quit for a while again and you go back to it and you win big again, or you just win randomly. It's just like there's no reason to it. So I've actually come up with different divinations and different methods and different scientific testing of spirituality and concepts of mathematics and graphs and charts, and everything has come back to the same thing. And I've studied what other people do. I study what because there are certain law of attractionists who have actually made it in a position that they're really happy in. They've made it in a position that they're really happy in. Yeah, people are being crazy for Thanksgiving, but people are being made turkey into Thanksgiving, but getting basted. But the thing is, and I'm really getting you guys thinking here. So unless you'd like to manifest a specific amount, and even then people lose tracks of what they're manifesting. So number one, if you're not specific, you're in trouble. You're not in trouble in the sense, it just depends where you're at goal-wise. Let's just say if you want, some people I'm going to manifest some money. Yes, you're going to manifest a couple of dollars or a couple of cents that you found on the ground. You're going to manifest like $90. But if you're specific, you'll manifest $100,000 like it's a heartbeat. So some people get frustrated because some people can manifest a giant amount out of nowhere, and then they're waiting for like a year. Like, what happened? Like, where's the rest of that luck? It's like you're waiting for it to be automatic when it's not automatic, because that manifestation was because of something else. So it's a little confusing. So I'm going to make this video very simple coming up. So I'm just explaining to you the backgrounds of it, because like I said, it depends where your goal is at, how specific are you, and how consistent you are. Number one, that's the biggest thing, is how consistent you are. Number one, ask God, because he's helping you. And you ever wonder why, and this is the biggest thing, ever wonder, because I'm going to tell you right now, most people in the United States are manifesting a lottery win. You're in a line. If you're wondering why your lottery win manifestations didn't come true the way you wanted them to, you're in a line. But how do you skip the line? I'm going to teach you how to skip the line, because I'm telling you exactly what my angels told me. They basically said, because I got very I talked to some of the angels of abundance, such as Sachiel, and I basically said, like, what's up? Like, if manifestation, I got kind of annoyed. I'm like, what is it? There's no concept of mathematics behind this. I mean, there's a lot of mathematics, but that doesn't even apply. And I was talking with Sachiel, and he basically said, okay, I'm just gonna tell you. Because I asked the Lord for the information, and the information does come. And if you're able to have certain information, then you're going to have certain information because God allows it. So Sachiel allowed me the secret that I'm able to teach the general public is that you're in a line. You're not, I mean, basically, it doesn't matter because everyone's God's children. Everyone's asking for the same thing, but what's everyone doing for it? What are you doing for the lottery win? What are you doing? Are you, because I'm doing absolutely everything to be able to replicate certain results. Especially of other winners, because some people actually knew what they were doing, and what I found out, and this is from what I find out, is that once someone achieves a certain pattern, they're able to win lottery multiple times. Do they normally do that? Sometimes. How do you know that? You can check past lottery winners, because they'll normally win with what they found that works, because they've been sticking with it for over 10 years, and they notice it works, so they try again and it works again. So same thing applies. So it's a science. It's a spiritual science. So do they get greedy? Some of them do, and then I think their lottery gift is revoked. Some of them will win a bunch of times, because maybe they're actually being generous with the lottery wins, etc. But it's really interesting. So I'm just using lottery as an example because it's the easiest thing, because y'all have different goals, but most people have the goal of winning lottery. So what is money manifestation? Because people will do money magic. I like it. Not many people can even explain what money is. I'm going to ask you right now, what is money? Oh, it's paper. No, it's not. No. Because that paper might not be paper in another country the same way. That money might not mean anything, and then something else is money. So it can, if that's money to you, then that's money to you. So money is an essence of whatever money is to you. It's lifestyle. It's how you live. It's your beliefs. Oh, I just said it. Your money situation, your financial situation is a direct impact of your mind. You can have, coming from someone who has every crystal in the world, you can have every crystal in the world and still you're gonna have to change your mind. So this has gotten me on a whole science, because once I get into studying something, I get into studying it. So, and you break up different parts of the brain, the REM, different mathematic factors, and different chances of luck, and then different planets, which I found some interesting information about planets and how they help you. So you can't overly rely on planets. They're kind of like crystals in an essence, because they're essences. They're essences above us, which I'll talk about later on, but I can't get deep into that. So what you see in the sky is essences. So you're getting an essence of the planet like you're wearing a crystal. That's why when certain people switch out of Mercury retrograde, that was basically their blue crystal. So when you wear a blue crystal, you don't feel that anymore, because you have your own energy on your terms. But let's talk about it a little more. So when it comes to manifesting money and wealth and abundance, you can do everything in the world, and if you do everything but change your mind, that's it. Because what if you do this? What if you do that? Then a lot of things are dependent on God. So if you notice that God is not, because what's money? The thing with the Lord, of course, he'll give you the kingdoms, but how? How will he give you the kingdoms? By you changing your mind, by you opening your mind, by you changing your word. He made us in his image, and there are certain things he wants us to find out. So you ever ask God for a certain amount of money and it hasn't come to you, but knowledge has, or some kind of situational change has? It's because he's trying to get you to change your mind. He can give you that money, but you're going to lose it as fast as it comes to you. And that's the thing, because the most evil people in the world will be the most wealthy people in the world, but how do they do that? Because they're mind. So what happens if you're wealthy, plus you're someone who confides in the Most High God? You're going to be more than wealthy. You're going to be because you don't hear all these rich people, they have the nicest lives. You should see who they interact with. You should see the people who don't have God. You should see what their lives are like. Some of you can actually view into their lives. It's hollow. It's like a log with no meat inside of it. It's like a hollow log. So now to the next aspect of this video. I'm gonna tell you straight up what it is. from everything I've studied, everything I learned. I've studied other law of attractionists, read certain information from like the world's best-selling books, etc. But so the biggest thing you need to know, money is just the mind. When you do like a money incense, you're not doing anything to pull money to you, except for changing the frequency of your mind. Your mind smells it, the frequency goes off. So you're like, oh, what about frequency? Your brain sets the frequency. You can have every money incense in the world burning, you can have every money crystal, but if your brain is putting off a counter frequency, what's a negative a million plus a million? There you go. Then that's the millionaire you are. But what if you change your mind? Then you have a million. So ask yourself, am I? Because you're getting programmed by society to be broke, to be without love. Look at the songs that they're playing. When I say the songs you sing out loud actually manifest, look what's being played. Talking about just songs and hip hop songs about sadness, breakup, poverty, and all these negative emotions, and it's just like those are manifesting. Everyone's on an autopilot. You're watching, like, if you really want to flip your script, you have to ask yourself, what are you feeding your brain? That's all it is. You're being fed something every single day. You're either being fed really badly towards the goal you want, or you're being fed amazingly. So when it comes to attracting wealth into your life, what are you feeding your brain? What's being fed? What did you feed your brain today? If you want wealth and abundance, which I shall not want, if you're desiring wealth and abundance, what did you feed your brain today to achieve wealth and abundance? If you'd like to be a bodybuilder, what did you feed your body for your body to have muscles? Did you work out? Did you take supplements or vitamins? You're not juicing. That's not something we do at Florida Stone, man. We do everything natural here because those people don't live long lives anyway. But and none of them, and no one's surprised when they go either. But it's a whole different video topic. Don't juice. And yeah, this is natural. So it's the mind. It's just the mind. When you put on citrine, what's the citrine do for you? It puts a frequency in your aura, so it gives you a cheat code, but then it helps change your mind because it relieves some of the trauma as to why you're blocked up financially, which usually lacks in your your solar plexus chakra. So I got excited. So that's your second brain. That's your manifestation center. So if your manifestation center is your second brain, you actually have more than one brain. You have a spiritual brain in your stomach, and then you have a higher brain, which is you're basically, think about citrine and amethyst. Citrine was once amethyst. It just changed color. Okay, it got heated up. So if you're looking to attract new abundance, if you're looking to achieve a certain lifestyle for yourself, you're gonna have to change your mind. You're going to have to feed your mind. Is your mind weak? And I'm not saying this to be mean, but if you'd like to be for example, let's just say, oh, you want to drive a Rolls Royce, for example, or I'm just going to name a car around here, because I'm in a very wealthy area, because of course it's safer here. I don't know. It's a misconception that people who are really, really wealthy drive the most expensive cars. Not always. So I'm not going to use cars as an example. Let's just use Rolls Royce because I like them because they're safe. So I'll use Rolls Royce as an example. So, for example, if you'd like to attract a Rolls Royce, watch videos every single day of someone driving a Rolls Royce or Rolls Royces, or let's just say you like flying on planes, which I'm not a fan of flying. I'm not a fan of flying on planes. I just don't like them. I've seen too much stuff in Florida. So then you'd watch some kind of content feeding your brain something subconscious or a subliminal or something to feed your mind. So write down everything you're feeding your mind towards the goal. So how many times a day do you eat? Maybe 3 times a day, maybe 4. As many times a day as you eat is as many times a day as you should do affirmations, visualizations, anything subconscious, because if you're trying to attract wealth and abundance, that's just the mind. It's cerebromancy. That's the secret. Wealth, the thing with money magic, or what people call, that's what they call online money magic. It's just the mind. You're just doing different things to influence the mind. That's why when you use every single spice and herb that I teach you about in my videos, it's warping your mind, and it's warping the frequency into the frequency of abundance. So nutmeg, cinnamon. You can also use, I like ginger, because ginger is hot. Cloves. So those are warping your mind into abundance, because it's healing the aspect of your mind. So in essence, to attract more abundance, feed your brain daily. Unless you're already a master manifester, and this is what I noticed. Like, I've seen people who have achieved way more than multi-millions. Way more than multi-millions. Like, way more from scratch, by them constantly feeding themselves every single day. Just, it's a food. And what I'm doing is I'm taking everything that I see people who are successful doing, like beyond successful. I'm successful myself, although I always shoot higher. And I always like to have people who get custom necklaces from me to be able to manifest what they have too. So sometimes, because the thing is, I don't know everything. I'm a child of the Most High God, so I'll talk to the angels of abundance, and they'll give me secrets. And they're like, hey, how about you look at this pattern, and look at this pattern, and look at this pattern. So when you see all these people who've manifested extreme wealth and abundance doing the same pattern, are you going to try to create a new pattern, or are you going to try to incorporate some of your techniques with that pattern as well? Everyone's doing the same thing. It's just the mind. You can do a million things, and people who don't want to hear that's just the mind will have to learn it's just the mind. You're going to have to learn. You can go 5, 10, 20 years. That's why people in their 50s and 60s don't achieve that kind of success until they realize, oh, it's just the mind. They calm down, they stop chasing love, etc. Oh, it's just the mind. It's just the mind. You're just a walking brain at that point. Essentially, you are. As a spirit, you're just driving a body. If you think it's something around you, it has nothing to do with around you. And that is the number one thing that God wants you to, guys. I'm getting very excited. That is the one thing that one of the biggest discoveries I've ever learned is the reason God doesn't give you direct abundance like that is for you to be able to make it yourself and achieve it yourself. So he's not handicapping you. For you to learn how to change your mind. That's the biggest point. The unfortunate part of this video is a lot of people will understand what I say and then change their lives. And what's the easiest way to do that? Set a timer every single day where you do affirmations. That's the easiest way. Some people just won't learn much from this video, or it'll take a couple of years before it sets in. That's just, everyone's journey is different. If you have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Get a necklace from FloridaStoneman.com. It helps you manifest easier because it changes your mind by healing the traumas and making things easier by putting it in your aura and changing your frequency, which directly comes from your mind. You can also get, and there's your moth as a confirmation, you can also get a custom necklace from Florida Stoneman. They're made based off the help of my beautiful guides. They're actually incredibly exciting to make, and a lot of high energy goes in them. So until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.